wonder, is Elon Musk evil? In this video, I'm going to be exploring some disconcerting details surrounding the South African-born billionaire Elon Musk. As I said, he was born in South Africa. In fact, he went to my high school years before he had gone to Pretoria Boys. South Africa is one of the most mineral-rich countries in the world, yet it has one of the highest inequality rates globally. In South Africa, 10 to 20 kids die of starvation a day. We have a 30% unemployment rate. Elon, I hate to say this, but it definitely doesn't seem as though you've done anything to help our fellow African brothers and sisters. In fact, it seems as though you're doing the exact opposite. The cobalt required in order to power the batteries of your cars are mined by child slaves in Africa. Africa is the most mineral-rich continent in the world, yet the poorest economically speaking, especially thanks to people like Elon Musk who come here and exploit our people and exploit our resources. Elon, you take an awful lot from Africa, but you don't seem to give back anything. With all that money, just like Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, and Mark Zuckerberg, you're actually helping no one, especially those that need it the most. What about the 60 satellites you put into space with your project Starlink to blast 5G down to Earth? And the 40,000 satellites you plan to put into Earth's orbit to cover each and every single corner of Earth with high-density electromagnetic radiation. As far as I'm concerned, 5G is a military weapon. Surely something that has the potential to cause harm towards people, plant life, and animals should at least have the consent of all the people on this planet before you go ahead and make decisions on behalf of us. Did Elon ask any of us if it's okay to put this potentially dangerous technology into our orbits? What about the fact that SpaceX is contracted by NASA, a military organization that is responsible for laundering trillions of US taxpayers' dollars without anybody even knowing? It's no wonder Elon is able to produce rockets at 10% of the price of NASA, because NASA, quite frankly, puts a 900% markup on all of its development processes. And what about Elon on the Joe Rogan show, speaking about how he sold all of his property because he's a bit worried about the general public turning against him? I couldn't even watch the whole podcast because it's just two people speaking about a whole lot of nothing. I'm not too sure I trust Joe Rogan either, and I'm probably going to make another video on it later. So Elon, you sold all your property because you're scared of the general public turning against you. What is it that you know that we don't know? Let me tell you something, my friends. Where there's smoke, there's usually almost always fire. To be honest with you, Elon, you just seem like another dodgy billionaire that has an incredible public relations capability. What about the fact that your car company is named after one of the greatest scientists that ever lived, and the fact that I've never once seen you speak about electromagnetic technologies or free energy? And what about this picture of Elon and Ghislaine Maxwell? Jeffrey Epstein's confidants, the two people that were involved with human trafficking and pedophilia. It's not a good look, Elon. This picture makes a lot of sense because Jeffrey Epstein was heavily invested in think tanks and corporations that funded research and development regarding transhumanism. Speaking of transhumanism, that brings me to my next point. This is why he needs 40,000 satellites in space so that he can go ahead and link everyone to his neural network. Let me tell you something, Elon. I most certainly do not consent towards living in a world where people like you can go about destroying our humanity. And Elon, please explain this to me. Why such a smart, philanthropic billionaire has never addressed the fact that each democratic nation's governments and international system is built upon the basis of constructive fraud? What about the international financial system built upon the same level of fraud and deception? You care so much, you're smart enough to know this. Why have you never addressed this? If anyone can help the situation, you can. You see, Elon, people like me are going to be responsible for keeping people like you in check, to make sure that we put you in jail if you do not ask for our consent first. And how is it even possible for us to do something like that? Well, my friends, there's a little something called common law. And Elon, being as smart as you are, you definitely should be able to understand exactly what common law is. Elon, if you aren't evil, and you are a good guy, and you want to actually help restore law, peace, and justice on this planet, then do me a favor head on over to my website, www.earthunited.global. If you truly want to be able to see the world transform into a place full of peace, love, and prosperity, then join our campaign, where we plan to get 100,000 people in 4 to 5 of our selected countries, where you will come forth and support our common law experts and correspondents all over the world within the public court proceedings that we're going to go ahead and hold to address this mass-scale deception and fraud that has been committed and trespassed against us thanks to the unlawful conversions that have taken place against us within our birth. If you want to help us get swift and effective justice, and you want to help us turn the world in what it was always meant to be, and truly make history within the small window of opportunity we have, then please do us a favor, join our global alliance so we can keep you informed and up to date. If you'd like to support my channel and the work that I do, then please go ahead and support me on PayPal. Alternatively, you can go to Patreon and you can get access towards some more exclusive, intimate information that